Welcome back, folks. We are back with the 76 Dodge D-100 pickup that I drug out of that field, and we're gonna try to get her running and driving all on her own today. It's cold, it's terrible, there's bad weather moving in. We got to get this in the shop so we can fix her up, polish it up, and flip it before the snow comes. You may not remember this truck from a few weeks ago. You know, it's a 76 slant 6 3 on the tree Dodge D-100. Pretty basic pickup truck. I have not cleaned anything. It's still full of poop and egg cartons, among other things. What a problem was with the thing is the carburetor is junk, and the fuel pump probably is too. What we're gonna do is throw some goodies I picked up on it and try to get her running on its own out of a can. Then we'll pull it in the shop, try to get the fuel tank working, clean up all the poop out of it would be nice, and then we will, you know, throw her up for sale. And I'm basically just gonna show you how to flip a vehicle, make a few $100, go buy some beer and have a good time. Come in here out of the wind and the cold for just a second while we still can, and I'll show you what I picked up to try to get this thing running. On eBay, I managed to find some new old stock stuff. So I got this new old stock TRW fuel pump for $15 shipped right to my door with a gasket. That's a good one there. Made in Canada. Maple syrup or something in it. Anyway, then this is a Holley Reman 1-barrel carburetor. Still sealed in its plastic with all the paperwork, everything in here. Gasket, everything. Now this is for a Ford, not a Chrysler. It's the same model carburetor. I'm assuming I can make it work. The first thing I'm going to do is remove this old carburetor, and then we'll take it inside where it's warm-ish. To compare the two. It's kind of strange, but only 2 bolts hold a 1-barrel carb on. Hopefully this won't be too much of a challenge. Ow. You know, when it's cold, everything just hurts worse. You know what I mean? I will literally freeze to death if we don't get this in the shop. Not only will I lose the shop, but I will also die. You don't get that on Discovery Channel. Let's make it quick and easy. That would be nice. Oops. Gotta love slant 6, I'll tell you what. You could fix this thing with pretty much anything you happen to have in your pockets at any given moment. Now, my hands are non-functional. I got frostbite once when I was younger, and now the cold it just gets me real bad. First glance, they look like pretty much the same thing. The only thing I notice is this has a blank here. This has this little power valve looking thing here. Not sure what that is. And then it has a bowl vent right here where this one is also blanked. We can just plug that or run it into a catch can or whatever, just for our purposes. Fuel line swapped over. And what's this here? Oh boy. Oh no. We got to send off for this warranty information. Rag down in there so we don't get a bunch of poop and stuff down in the intake. And oh. Well, that makes it easier. Put this on the way it came off. Here's the fuel filter I got. Just your generic inline unit. So we'll just throw her about right there, and then we'll go on down to the fuel pump and we'll swap it out. I've got an idea to block that north wind. Aha! Yep, that looks like a wind block to me. This is the 454 candidate for the Snag & Wagon 4-wheel drive van. Pick this baby up, she runs good. Oh wow, that's a little bit better. It definitely did something. Start to remove our fuel pump. I did have this working, but I mean, it definitely held a prime on it. But since I got one, and what we're trying to do is give somebody a good start on a project, let's put a little extra effort in for them and change that out. Before we go out there again, I'm gonna glue our genuine paper gasket right onto this fuel pump here to make it a little easier to put on, and hopefully it's tacked up by the time we are ready for it. I'm just going to use this copper gasket material because it's all I have, and it doesn't really matter that much. The only purpose it's really serving is just to hold this in place while we position our new fuel pump. Yeah, oh, this is how you do it right here. Everybody knows that. Would this be easier to do from underneath? I bet it was. Got it. It looks fine inside. Looks like the gasket stayed behind though. To soak this down, we need to rob the fuel line, the old fuel pump, to put on our new one. Hopefully it comes off without too much of a fight. Oh yeah. Let's see if she'll go on here without too much of a fight. I doubt that. Slips in there easy enough. Now if I can get in there, that would be great. Oh god. Okay, got it hung on there. Snug her up and then we'll see if it'll run. Simple as that, right? Nope. I'm sure something went wrong sitting here for a week. We're all plumbed and should be good to go. This belt's got a lot of life in it, I can tell you that. So I kind of forgot that last time we were trying to run this thing, it had serious connection issues up at the battery. So what I'm going to do is just kind of polish a turd, as it were. What I've got here is just some cheap clamp-on battery terminals. These are actually made in the USA, and they were $3.25. Chop this off. We're just going to take a peek at the wiring inside of here. Strip these. I'll just hold my dikes on here. Just kind of run them around. And then bend it, and pull it off. Slide our bare cable in here, and all we want to do is just smoosh it down on the bare copper. And that's going to provide a, what we call in the electrical industry, a so-so, not really that good connection. And that's perfect for what we're doing right here. The positive cable is the one really being a problem child. Take a look at the corrosion in there. Now where I like to source my cables from is jumper cables, because they're cheap at the farm and home store. So, you know, that's what I do. And I just put a 3/8 welding terminal on the end of here. We'll bolt that down, see how long we need it, put our clamp on. And let's put it in neutral. I think that's neutral. Turn the ignition on. Got a bad connection somewhere, but we should be able to fire it up. Let's hit her with some spicy stuff here to try to get her to kick off. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, no spark. That's interesting. God dang it. Freaking Chrysler, man. Well, my brand new fuel pump is apparently bad, because all the lines are clean, as I thought they were. It won't do the pump thing, so maybe we're back to throwing the old one on there, because it did work, kind of. Now, where did the spark go? That's a great question. Why doesn't it have spark now, and it did a week ago? Well, you see, it's a Chrysler, and that's why. I'll just save us all a little bit of time here and skip ahead to where I figured out that the truck needs its body ground by the battery cables. I went through a process of testing every coil I owned and putting the Roadrunner's coil on it, and all to no avail. Here we go, we figured it out. Guys, remember this body ground I didn't put on there? Yeah, apparently that's completely critical to the functioning of the entire goddamn truck, because now it runs. Well, that is unbelievable. I mean, stupid of me not to put it back on, but stupid of them, too. Well, are we pumping gas? Did this fix itself? No. This new fuel pump seems like it works to me. It pumps. Why won't it pump on the truck? Arm different? Is there something different here? They look exactly the same. Maybe I put it in wrong? I'm not sure what the deal was. Maybe the fuel pump wasn't on the eccentric all the way. Then I took it off, I put it back on, and now it has gas. I don't know. I'm not asking questions. Really? You gonna do this to me right now? Come on, baby. get started. What the hell? Oh, it said stupid fast idle cam. I didn't even notice that. Holy fast idle. Why? Why would it be like that? Well, it runs. It's wide open pretty good there. I hope it's not blown up. This little rod here fell off. This actuates the choke, and when it's not on there, it'll stick wide open. Who knew? Let's how do you attach on there, I wonder? This is what differentiates me from other channels, is I make really stupid mistakes, just like everybody does. And that's just a normal part of working on cars. And it's okay if you make mistakes. It's whether or not you learn from them, and I most assuredly will not. See, I'm not a master mechanic, I'm just some guy. And, you know, if I can do it, you can do it. I have expertly placed these two zip ties here so that they will prevent that from ever happening again. Now let's get her fired up and just run her for a little bit, maybe. It runs. Runs pretty good, really. It definitely needs a tune-up, but maybe it'll move inside the shop now. I'm gonna try to put some coolant in it because it's bone dry. Then we'll see what happens. What do you say we see if it'll move out? Oh yeah, it's got no brakes. Oh. Throwout bearing. Bad. It's got a flat tire, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Oh, and I had the wheel block. Oops. That clutch is good. Woo. Moving for the first time in 35 years. No brakes. Diesel. A little bit. She moved under her own power for the first time in, God, 35 years or so. Let's check for sure. I can't make out the tags. Ah, man, there's no way to tell. That's an 80s Missouri inspection tag, I believe. Man, that would put it at like 85 or so, which is about what I was thinking. Look at that. Man, she's a good looking old truck. Definitely gotta get that taken care of, which is why I wanted to pull it out on the gravel. Be a little bit safer to jack it up at least. Also, I ran over this like 6x6 block over here, which is that's why it was stuck. I forgot I actually had the wheels chocked like I should. Kind of rare for me. I've got a matching mag wheel to round out that set, and for our purposes of flipping the car or truck, that's going to be necessary, because you know you got to have a set of mags if you want to flip something as rusty as that. But I got to find a tire to throw on that. So. And there we go. One sort of matching tire. It's close to the same size. It's actually a tire off of the Eagle, one of the old ones. It's old, dry rotted, and dangerous as hell. So it's perfect to flip a vehicle. Somebody else could put tires on it, but boy, if it's got mags and raised letters on it, she's gonna fetch a premium. She's ready to pull in. Just changed the wheel on her tire. So let's try to pull it in the shop with no brakes.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, it don't work. I think the starter locked up. Why? It's literally moving as it energizes. Why do Chryslers hate me so much? I want to start, so we'll force it to start. The jump pack, hopefully, be able to pass enough current through it to make it start. I know the battery's good because I just started the Eagle with it. Literally spin this over with one hand. It definitely is free. So here's our cable, and it is rock hard. Oh, I literally pulled on it and it just broke. It's not that bad inside. Very likely our issue. We put a new negative cable on it, which didn't fix it. It helped a little. But, I don't know. I think the starter's bad. I've got one coming that'll be here tomorrow. Yeah. That's a bad starter, I believe. Roll start it. So we can get it in the shop. We might try to put it in first gear. And maybe we could just push it down the hill.
Yeah.
JD's gonna try to push me in the van, and we'll try to roll start this thing so at least we can put the starter on in relative warmth tomorrow, because it's only getting colder. Lock so you don't run over it. Okay. If I take off, just let me go. Going towards the yard, obviously. Yeah. Don't hit the good van. Made it in. Well, that worked like really good actually. Fired right off as soon as the freaking engine would turn. Hell, that starter might work now. What do you want to bet? What do you want to take odds? What do you think?
It doesn't work.
Okay. Okay, you win. The clutch is really weak. I could tell that immediately.
How to drive?
Not bad, actually. Front brakes are dragging, but we knew that. So here's the game plan for the old D-100. That is the T-100, as in the turd 100. Mm-hmm. Is we are gonna just kinda, you know, used car lot special right here. Okay, see this? See this? See the convertible floor fan right there? Don't worry about it. It's gonna be gone. You ain't never seen it before. That's right, it's gone. See it? And now you don't. Oh, the door's stuck. Lock's broke. How about that? We're just gonna clean this turd up and polish it as finely as we can. This is going away. This is at least the dumbest thing I have seen in the last 3 hours. All this, we gotta clean all this out, right? We gotta clean all the poop out of it, okay? No, you can't eat it, JB. So.
We all know you want to eat it. So.
I do. It's probably good. It's spicy. The next guy can do the brakes. I don't want to touch them. They're expensive on a Mopar. You know, if this was a Chevy truck, it'd cost me like $100. This thing would cost me about $350 in parts. So, no thanks. If we could sell this for $1,200, I think that would be a pretty good truck for somebody. I'm not sure words can express just how little I want to do this. I was going to wait till tomorrow. Then I got to thinking, and I was like, I really don't want JD trying to help me clean the inside of this, and him being who he is, he's going to jump right in and try to help with everything. Now he can clean back here and help me with all this junk, but that's not quite like disgusting. This is a freaking biohazard, and I ain't even kidding at all. There's a lot of poop in here. So I'm going to mask up, put some gloves on, bust out the trash bag, go to town. Maybe we find some hidden treasures in here. Who knows? We may have to pull the seat out too. I don't know. I don't know why it's all laid back. Got my mind on my, you know what I'm talking about? Already found an 11/16 socket. We'll make a treasure pile right there of anything that, doesn't need to be burned. I've worked on some nasty stuff. This isn't the worst, but I've learned my lesson from working on crap in the past. Literal crap. Yeah, you don't want to be breathing that stuff in. You just don't feel very good afterwards if you're lucky, or if you're not lucky, it might be even worse. My big chunks. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of valuables in here. Toolbox tray with some bolts in it and some poop in it. That's this. Somebody's homework. It's their math homework. That's what it is, math homework. Well, that's math homework from 2005. So, of course, that doesn't mean anything. It could have just been hanging out in the truck. Ancient bottle of Squib. Squib? Don't know. Pack of Marlboro Reds. See if I can't use this battery cable box as a pooper scooper. Oh my god. What? Ew. I'll just grab it. At least it's dry, I guess. I don't know. Is that better? Smell is something else. It's not like anything I've ever smelled before. Oh god, septic pipe. That's fitting. You know, I think we can live without the carpet in this bad boy. Oh, look at that. Oh, racing truck edition. Absolutely vile. Absolutely. Oh. There's floor pan. Oh, what fell out of here? Oh, that big bottle of chloroform. Oh boy, I feel sleepy. Oh. I mean, look at this. This is amazing. My God, I just... That side, pretty good, not that bad. This side is gone. We need a lot of self-tappers. I think I'm going to pull the seat out of here. But before I even try to do that, I want to vacuum it off. I do believe if we intend to do anything about that floor, it's got to get out of here. And why I say do anything about it, we ain't fixing it. So go ahead and get those hopes out of your head right now. We can hopefully butcher it enough that some sucker will buy it. Somebody will be able to see potential in the truck and not just scrap it. Unbolted pretty easily. I feel like that side may be a different story. I don't know why. Oh, but damned. It actually unbolted. I was not expecting that. Let's try to throw that thing out of here and as far as we possibly can. Go ahead and call me crazy, but I think it actually looks better without the seat in. I feel a little bit better about it. Naturally insulated. Wow. There's an old Whoppers rack. That's pretty old. It's a pay stub. How much did he get paid? Let's see here. $668 gross. He's making $12.15 an hour. September 28th, 1987. Well, now that I've vacuumed up, most of the truck, it doesn't look too bad. I like it, Throw a piece of metal in here, 47 self-tappers. Throw another piece of metal in here, 312 more self-tappers, and it'll be fine. I'm going to disclose this, obviously, when I sell the truck, and the price is definitely going to reflect that. It's a $1,000 truck, right? I mean, I paid $550 for it. I probably overpaid. Running, driving, scab that floor together, clean it up a little bit, clean the paint up a little bit. It's a $1,000 truck with a clean title. What the hell is this? It's a saddle. What the? A lead rope or something? I don't know. Was it a voodoo doll that I just destroyed? Good. Here's some of the magnificent treasures we found. We got 3 strange bottles. That's an old Clorox bottle. We got a spark plug socket, extra 1/2-inch socket, cigarette lighter. Got a screwdriver. There's the e-brake pad, and full Dodge lettering for something. I don't. Does that go on the... Oh, it does. It goes up here. Nice. I think I've got just the trick to patch this floor. Let's take some measurements, and I think I know exactly what to do. Yeah, 40 inches wide. Let's do 40 by 55. Remember that, 40 by 55. This isn't exactly what you want out of there. And 60 by 12. This is our donor metal right here. 45 by 55. Yep, there ain't enough metal here for it. Looks like we're taking the roof. Shoot.
Ladder?
Yeah. Come on.
Okay.
Whoa! Yeah, see? It's got ribs. Huh. You just gotta install a sunroof to get this part. Alright. Oh, really? It's all the way. There we go. Just that much, though. Right there.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
it, for sure. Death wheel time. I'm gonna fall through this. Okay. Oh my god. Moonroof installation. Where did that go so fast?
Where'd the roof go?
What roof?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. We're gonna put a hot tub in this thing next. What's up?
Nothing much.
Oh, hey, this is nice. You know, why don't we do this in the summertime?
Yeah?
I mean, come on. Escape hatch. I'll see you later.
It just disappeared.
So we're just gonna mark where we're cutting this side, and apparently you could just use your fingernail. Cuts right through the paint. Bizarre. You gotta cut that rust out, you know. It's got the goo on it.
Oh.
Oh, I cut right through the door panel I wanted. Ew. Huh, that's weird.
But who wrote that? Boom.
Yep.
Screw it in there. We're done.
Yeah.
It's not even measured right.
Looks good to me. Well, what the hell are we gonna do with this? Great question, guys. I'm glad you asked. What we're gonna do is butcher the ever-loving hell out of this. This metal is heavy enough to handle what we're trying to do. Relief cut up here, chop off to about here. I already got my self-tappers in my impact ready to go. Let's see what we end up with here. Like I said, it's not gonna be perfect. It's not even gonna be good, but it might be good enough for somebody to save this thing. Okay, you can kind of see our basic shape we got going here. And just a little bit of beating around, and pounding and finessing and all that stuff. And it should work, at least for that part. Now, for the outer part here, I left it short intentionally because we're gonna have to make a little bit, you know, something here for the door. It's almost fixed. So I went ahead and shot some self-tappers in it. I know that's a shock to everybody, but you know, we're just going to keep shooting self-tappers in it. And see, here's kind of, that's a lug nut. Here's what I'm talking about. So here's the floor brace. Yeah, it's gone. We'll try to put a screw in it just to hold it up, but that's the cab brace there. The whole cab is gone around here. Yep. These are stainless self-tappers, so they won't, won't rot away. Look at that. It's perfect. It don't get any better than that. Look at that. Look how sturdy it definitely is. Yeah. What I think I'm going to do to brace this up a little is this is a roof brace out of that van. And I bettin' if I just kind of slid it underneath here, you know, to just kind of connect that half to the part that's not there. Put it right under here and then screwed it on there. I bet that would stiffen that up like you wouldn't believe. I need to put a slight curve into this. So what I'm going to do is use the metal brake that all old trucks are equipped with and just kind of give it a little shove. See that? Beautiful. A little bit of a curve in it. I just don't really think you'd be able to do that on a new mall crawling vehicle. But, you know, hey, what do I know? You know, suburban cowboys got to drive something. Well, I got it in there and shot a screw into my thumb. That's nice. It's in there. And it's quite a bit sturdier. Not real good at that whole measuring thing. You know, we're going to want a little bit of a bend here. Just eyeballing everything here because that's what I do. Is work all the time? No. Do I care? No. I've got to make the bend for the rocker step there, and well, I ain't got no fancy metal brakes or nothing, but I do got a pickup. Dig that. Not bad, not bad. I guess we ought to open the other door and see what it's supposed to look like. I don't know. I mean, obviously what we did is nothing like what it's supposed to be, but it's sort of where it's going to be, so let's see if the door will shut. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, it won't. No, we need this to get lower. Ba-da-dum-dum-dum. Yikes, so I just put that bend in there for no reason at all. I don't know. Give me a second. We'll just show you the finished product like reality TV does. The rocker's in there, but now the door won't open. And I think it's because the cab can't flex anymore. And it's hung up on the striker. And this handle is always kind of iffy. It won't open here either. I've been beating on it for a minute here. I got it open, and how I got it open was I pried a lot on it. So you can see that the striker actually whacked it right there, and that means we need to move this striker down. And obviously the self-tappers are holding something together, otherwise it would just flex right back in, right? Let's set it right there, see what it does. And it's stuck again. God. What it was doing is every time I shut the door, it would lock itself. Okay, so right now, engaged, unlocked, it releases. Let off the freaking handle, and it locked. Why? Why does it do that? Really don't want to dig in any more than I have to. And look at the... It just... It's shut that easy. So tempted to just leave that. Just say, nope, door's stuck. Sorry, $1,000, take it or leave it. I'd like to put this starter on. Let's do that, because I was looking at that starter, and it's large. This starter, a lot different. Like, a lot different. So, I hope it works. Good thing about working on a slant 6 is, well, everything on this side of the engine is right here. I'll just clamber on up in here. Cozy. Of course, I left my wrench outside the truck. I don't know how many times I can get away with this before I end up hurting something. Cozy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go underneath for that other one. Not looking forward to that. Somebody dumped metal shavings all over the ground. I got the bolts out of it, but it did not fall off. Come on. It wants to come off. I know it does. Come on. Oh, there it goes. Huh, I can already see why it quit working. Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why it quit working. That's why. Look at all the mouse nest wrapped up in there. It just killed this thing. Bound it all up probably and Goodbye. Bell housing's still full of it. I've seen my fair share of rat's nests and bell housings before. Never enough that it actually murdered a starter, though. I thought there was a lot more in there than that. We'll try this newfangled thing here. I don't know, see what it does. And of course, I left the wrench under the truck. That's the story of my life right there, all in a nutshell. Oh God, no dipstick, that's a bad spot to be. Oh no, God, oh! It technically fit. I guess let's see if it works. It's in neutral. Woo! That sounds nice. Wow! Good little truck. I know we had a lot of bugs to work out, but that little slant run's pretty good considering I haven't even pulled a spark plug out of it. And you know what? I don't think I'm gonna. Because, why? It runs really good, actually. I was just about to slide under the truck to check out the fuel lines, and you are not gonna freaking believe what I just found. The key! God dang it! Must have fallen out of the door or something. God dang it! I don't think I can even put it in now. Nope, I jacked it up too much. God dang, God, that sucks! There's no way I would have found it with all that crap in there, I guess. So I shouldn't feel too bad, but damn it. Well, I crawled under there and checked out the fuel lines, and they are all there. I've done this a couple of times, and I've had some luck. You know, you just hook up to the line and try to blow backwards through the tank. Maybe you can unclog whatever it is. I don't know, it's a crapshoot and temporary at best, but let's see if we have any. Woo! It was at this juncture that I made a terrible decision to try to run the truck off of its factory fuel tank. When I got the truck, it had the fuel lines unhooked. The whole fuel system was disconnected and unhooked, and I should have known something was up. Well, guess what? Something was up. Turns out the entire fuel system was full of this black goo that was sticky to the touch and pumped up into the filter, destroyed 2 fuel filters, ruined the brand new carburetor, requiring me to rebuild the carburetor and go through everything again. I think safe bet to sell this thing would be runs off a jug. Now, this is a plastic gas tank. Is that black stuff? Is that the gas tank? Like delaminating and... oh, I mean, wow. So it's the next day, and I acquired a boat tank to use in this thing. And I think I'm just going to throw it right in the bed back here. To do that, I think I want to get rid of this ugly, most dumbest, useless roll bar I've ever seen in my life. And it's bolted to the floor, but I don't feel like dealing with that, so out comes the Sawzall. Good drill pipe. We'll keep that around for sure. Yeah. Look at that. Organic carpet. Poke a hole in the floor to run a fuel line out of. Now for a fuel fitting for this thing, I'm just going to use a air hose fitting because it's the same thread. And I actually did this on the Roadrunner, even though they're 1/4 inch. But I reckon if 1/4 inch will run a 440, it'll probably run a slant 6. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a finely engineered fuel system. See, we've got all the safety features going on, like that right there. I should design cars. I already put a new filter on it, so let's see if it'll pump anything up. Right about here is where I realized that I have destroyed the entire fuel system again. So I clogged up this brand new fuel filter with goo, and we get to work on the carb. Well, I destroyed the new carburetor. That's great. So the stuff that come out of there is sticky, gooey. That's why this got parked, no doubt. Now, is that the gas tank coming apart, or did somebody dump sugar in it? I think old boy pissed off somebody, and they put something in his tank. That led, well, that's the reason it's been off the road for 35 years. The first thing I tried to do was just fill this bucket full of diesel and soak the whole carb for a few hours. While I waited, I went to go try to fix the seat and reinstall it. Try to fix this seat. I'm gonna try to move one side and then I'll move the other. Not exactly right. Now it'll flop, but at least it'll fold, I guess. Maybe it'll rest against the back of the cab. That might be alright just like that. Oh, that's it. I fixed it! I didn't even try. Amazing. I'm pretty good sometimes. And that's in there pretty straight. Still got the laid back position going on. Well, it's in there, but we still got to bolt it in. I think the track is slid forward, so if I bolt it down, maybe I can shove the seat back to get this back to rest against the cab. If not, we can always tighten that bolt down real tight, just crank them down, and it'll sit up in a normal driving position. Okay, whoa, okay. That didn't work. Well, the good news is that the seat base of this is now a structural component of the truck. Bad news is it's obviously missing some stuff for the seat to actually work. What I'm gonna do is just hammer these bolts in on the side as tight as the impact will go. When I think it looks like it's in a right position, upright position, that looks like it to me. Likewise on this side. There, ain't going nowhere now. Oh, that works pretty good actually. This is good enough for me. I don't know if anybody shorter than me could drive it, but well, that's their problem. Go ahead and reupholster this. So I just pulled this throw blanket right off of my couch. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. There we go. That's better. And to get our seams right, we'll just, try to tuck it up on a spring and see if I can't tie a knot in it. I will say that that is adequately farmer truck driven and bought mini a truck. It looked just like that. Just got it out of the upholstery shop. Yeah, it's full custom. I wanted it that way. Half patina, half couch blanket. Yeah, it's full custom. Back to this door. I think it's time to, oops, oh, something fell off inside of it. I don't know what's wrong with it. Everybody ready to witness the last time this door ever shuts in my possession? And look at that, it's fine. What are you, rotten cab? Where? Well, I mean, it's got a little bit, but come on. You can't even hardly notice it inside. And back to the carburetor, where I tried dumping in that bucket of diesel, tried blowing it out with air, tried shaking it, beating it, all to no avail, broke down, decided I needed to disassemble it completely, which is where we found this. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call completely I mean, oh my god. Glad I took it apart. It probably wasn't ever gonna run. I don't know, try to blow through these passages and get it functional. I'd pull the jet out of there and see if it's clean and clean out the accelerator pump well. I could take the base plate off too, I suppose. It's only 3 more screws. Let's tear it down and I think I'm getting somewhere. So the diesel fuel barely cuts this stuff. Brake clean doesn't cut this stuff. The only thing that cuts it, my god, is freaking super clean. And this other kitchen degreaser stuff I got, it cuts it like it ain't nothing. I don't know, we'll throw it back together and Oh, dude, see, it just dumped even more out of it. But everything's moving free. I blew air through all the passages. Maybe we'll get lucky. Yeah, right. You can't blame anybody but me on this one, that's for sure. That's okay, you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. And you know, a lot of other YouTubers, a lot of other car people, they don't show you how many times they screw up. And I know you guys go out in your shop and you will royally screw something up as well. And guess what? That's just part of life, man. You know, sometimes when things get real tough like this, and you kind of get a little despondent, right? And, like, God, why am I doing this? Well, that's when I think back on something my grandpa once said to me. It went a little something like, quit your goddamn whining. And then everything just seems to make a lot more sense. Words of wisdom from grandpa, that's for sure. It's back on, though. I guess let's see if it'll run.
Go! Hell yeah! I literally hadn't even started it. Awesome!
That makes me so happy. I can't even describe. I'm dumb enough to screw it up, but barely smart enough to fix it. I'm confident enough to put the air cleaner back on. Wonder if I can't go find an element that fits that. Give me 1 second. I'm not totally sure why, but I had a brand new one of these in stock. And it sure looks like it'll work. And it does. I'll be dang, look at it. Now we can say she's got brand new air filter in it. I'll be. And with that, I deem it officially repaired. Now, let's move on to what I actually wanted to do when starting this video, which is clean this truck. I want to rub this baby out and make it look good, you know? Before I wash this thing, I want to put the hood lighters back on. And I could just barely see where they were for now. If I wash it, I'll lose that. So let's put them back on. There's a very specific method that I will use to attach these, and it's called super glue. I got this at Dollar Tree. Sure, it's the best super glue out there. See where the D was here. I know the camera is never going to pick up this, but you guys are just going to have to take my word for it. Apply not too much of the glue or it'll never dry. All the way around the perimeter of this. Hopefully get it right. Cold, so what we'll do to help hold it on there, take some painter's tape to help hold it in place so it can set up overnight since it's so cold out. Out here for another day. If our glue worked, looks like it did. Nobody would ever know. I spelled it right, right? So it's too cold out, and because of me having like a job and stuff, and it's winter time, well, I pretty much don't get to see the sun during the week. I'm gonna have to go clean this off camera, and I will be disposing of this entire bed full of stuff completely legitimately and in no way involving both that bucket of used diesel fuel and that gallon of bad gasoline. No, that would never happen. Let's see if there's anything good in here before we go throwing it all out. Ugh. Like the comically oversized wrench. If you know what that wrench is for, let me know. Spare tire carrier? For sure. I picked up some, you know, spark plug in a can here. Intake valve fix. Everything fixed. Let's get her fired up and warmed up, because I'm afraid that gooey stuff is probably everywhere in there. Cold start. It's pretty chilly out. It marked its territory. I got stuck inside of it. The driver's door doesn't open from the inside. I just learned that. Thankfully, the passenger door only opens from the inside. So between the driver's side only opening on the outside and the passenger only opening on the inside, you've got one whole door. And I can't roll down the windows. Oh, yeah. Okay. Whoa! Oh no! The freaking blower motor works. Stop it! No, no, I don't want you. You!
Headlights killed it? Yes. Why did the headlights kill the truck? All right, we don't get those. It's got a little clutch.
I made the mistake of shutting the truck off, and now it won't start again, like it has no spark. But I know it has spark because sometimes if I let off the key, it'll run. Badly, but it'll run. Idle just fine. So and the headlights are on all the time. The headlights kill the truck. The wipers kill the truck. So it has the typical Chrysler wiring issues, which is exactly why this truck will not be staying around. Well, I managed to get it back in. It's clearly got some wiring gremlins. You know, what I did is just wire 12 volts straight to the ballast resistor. And that got it running again. So we're just going to sell it with wiring problems. It's not perfect, but man, it's a lot better. You know, one trip down the road with the tailgate down will get rid of the rest of that. I got the tailgate open, which I was excited about until, well, it doesn't close. So that's great. I've got everything soaking on it. Looks like the latches are just froze. Probably no big deal. I'll just let her soak and maybe that'll take care of itself. Finally, it's time to do what I know we've all been waiting for, or at least I've been waiting for, is clean the damn truck. That's like 99% of the reason I even bought it, was just to do this. Alright, well, the hood is probably the worst spot in the whole truck. And all I've got are some cut up t-shirt rags. I got some microfiber cloths that I could use once we get that far. We could use the microfiber cloths to put a light coat of wax on it if we choose to. And a sponge if anything's especially tough. I don't want to use the scratchy side of this unless I really have to on the real hard stuff. But just use the spongy side. Let's go to town and just see what kind of a difference we can make. You can get these rolls of microfiber towels at Walmart for 15 bucks for 75 of them. And then you just rip them off like shop towels. Or get this windshield soaking, it's pretty bad. The good thing about doing it this way is we're not leaving a bunch of stripes and stuff for the power washer in it. We're just gonna leave the patina. One half of the hood back, and you can tell it looks pretty dang good. Now what you want to use if you're using a wax for this is just a basic Carburetor wax, not a cutting compound, nothing that's gonna cut. This has a little bit of grit in it, but it ain't much. What we want to do is just kind of keep this look, because it's just gonna fade off real quick if we don't. All we want to do is just make this paint soak up some of this wax, and it is drinking it. We just want to put a light coat of wax on it, and this is going to work better than any linseed oil or any of that crap, because you know, you go drive down a gravel road and your car is coated in linseed oil. Well, all of a sudden it looks like your car was in Scarface. You get to, I mean, it's not going to give you the shine. It can if you really layer it up. I want to preserve what's here, not necessarily add to it. A wax on, a wax off. And there we go. And see, that's like that perfect dead paint, but clean look. You know, it's not that, but it's better. Windshield cleaned up nice. It's got a bullet hole in it, so it's pretty much Holy Goat's sister. I'm gonna keep on cleaning. my assistant has returned, for a little while anyway. And he's going to clean the inside up a little bit. Just the dash, gauge pods, and all that stuff, right? Just drink it up. Soak it down, get it wetter than that. He ain't gonna hurt nothing. I don't think there's any way to hurt this.
No.
Even a little. Mission accomplished. That is a much more presentable looking old Dodge truck right there. Does it run good? Yes. Does it move good? No. Does it have lots of wiring issues? Yes. Is it worth $1,000? Yeah, it is. Here's one key thing. When you're flipping something, listing it for sale, whip out your mobile camera here, and what you want to grab is 4 good corner shots of it. So this is something I notice on Marketplace all the time. You know, someone's out there, it's like they're shaking when they just take the time, take the 2 seconds to take some decent photos of what you're trying to sell. 4 corner shots is going to do you pretty good. Open the door, you know, both doors if the option is available to you. Get a nice sweeping shot like this, you know. This kind of covers, it kind of gives them an idea of everything. You want an underhood shot, but don't nobody wants a close-up of the, air cleaner, right? Give them an overall. Take shots of things that are individually bad. You want to be honest in your representation so someone doesn't show up and shoot your ass because you said this thing was a low-mile, beautiful, perfect truck, and it's actually kind of a piece of crap, right? You know what, overall, guys? I'm pretty happy with the old girl. We threw a set of mag wheels on it, we cleaned it up, we got it to run pretty dang good, all things considered. We spent very little money on it. We're going to be able to come out on top, at least break even, and that's just fine with me. And you know what, I think we might have given it a chance at a second life. I wish we could go buzz it around and stuff, but honestly, I just don't trust it at all, and I want to get back to work on something more important. So I want to get back to work on the Eagle and or van or whatever I end up dragging in here. Proceeds from this will go on to fund one of those. Make sure you guys are checking out all the videos on the channel, all the playlists we've got set up down there. I got a bunch of stuff, right? I mean, I gotta have close to 100 videos on the channel. Make sure you're checking them out. They're all pretty good, I think. Maybe? I don't know. Let me know what you think. See you guys next time on Pole Barn Garage. Let me know what you want to see next, because that'll kind of dictate where I'm going. Eagle needs a little bit more. Van needs a lot. I also have a '69 Mustang I could try to get running. Let me know. See you guys.